introduced last week, imposing restrictions on buses arriving with migrants, preventing them from coming to the New York's main bus terminal. Over the weekend, at least 10 buses with migrants arrived in New Jersey across the river from New York. Buses carrying almost 400 migrants. Many of them then took public transit into New York City. The executive order signed by New York City Mayor Eric Adams last week requires charter bus companies to provide 32 hours notice before arriving, and it is meant to crack down on buses making unscheduled drop-offs. Trenton is also one of the cities in New Jersey that received migrants over the weekend. The mayor there has called the move a, quote, political game. When New York City Mayor Eric Adams was asked about the possibility of sending New York police officers to New Jersey to prevent the dropping of migrants there, Adams didn't deny it.
Everything is on the table that is in conformity with the law. We're dealing with a bully right now, and everything is on the table that conforms with the law.
Congress
giving you what you want.
Stop the gamesmanship.
They're not sanctuary cities.
This last year and actually get back to work.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams and his team said they are exploring all options to work on the migrant crisis, including a meeting with New Jersey Governor
Close
Phil
the
Murphy.
border.
In New York City, I'm Axel Tercios, Scripps News.
Axel Tercios, thank you. Congressional Republicans continue to blame President Biden for the crisis at the southern border.
But what do they actually want to change? Scripps News congressional correspondent Stephanie Liebergen gives us a deeper look at their side of things.
You don't have to live near the border to be concerned about the border. Migrants are showing up by the busload in major cities like New York, Chicago, and Denver. House Republican Speaker Mike Johnson's visit to the border Wednesday is bringing immigration issues back in focus. But what exactly do Republicans want, and will Democrats ever agree?
The border is an absolute catastrophe.
Republicans have long held the border as a top priority.
Why aren't you letting him
GOP
talk?
compiled their immigration policy proposals into one sweeping piece of legislation, H.R. 2, the Secure the Border Act.
And
That
that's the
bill,
shit.
as passed by the House in May, would require border wall construction to resume, deploy new technology at ports of entry, limit the use of the CBP-1 app, make it a crime to overstay a visa, and end funding for organizations that help migrants after they're in the U.S. H.R. 2 would also make it harder to qualify for asylum by raising the credible fear threshold, requiring asylum seekers to pay a new fee, and keeping them in detention while their application is being processed.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Tony Gonzalez, whose district includes a large swath of the U.S.-Mexico border, said he thinks the conversation around immigration is different this time around.
One of the things that I've been pushing for is the federal government to deport people that are here illegally. I've also been pushing for legal immigration and increasing, immigration judges and getting those cases heard. These are all tangible solutions.
In the Senate, border security talks are happening among a bipartisan group of negotiators and the White House. The goal is to combine a border deal with aid to Ukraine and Israel.
That's bullshit.
Now you're having, we believe, a very productive conversation in Congress with senators on how do we move forward in a bipartisan agreement to deal with the border security.
Any bipartisan deal in the Senate is likely to fall short of the hardline positions House Republicans set on the bill. That means the road ahead for any immigration deal in Congress is likely a tough one. Stephanie Liebergen, Scripps News, Washington.
All right, many thanks, Steph.
Man, it comes down between, our country or Ukraine. I choose us, and so should our politicians. No more. We're not the world's piggy bank. We need to take care of our people. It should be a no-brainer, huh? But not to these guys. Oh well.